It's day 2 at our campsite here on Wells Lake. Just hanging out today, really enjoying a day off of the trails. If you're new to the channel, my name is Casey. Got up a couple hours ago, still getting attacked by mosquitoes. Just helping Chef Shaun get the smoker going. He's currently preparing the pork shoulder. We're gonna smoke on my mini charcoal grill here, and we're using a chimney to start our charcoal. We'll put the pork shoulder on one side and smoke it for 3 to 4 hours or so. Should be pretty awesome. But yeah, look at this lake, beautiful lake. This is trail. The Whipsaw Trail is about 100 kilometers long. We're about at the halfway point. Look at rain. There's not really any rain clouds up in the sky, so I'm not sure what's going on. Hopefully we don't get rained out today. And then in the morning, we're gonna head out and run the second half of the trail, which I'll take you guys along on. But the nice thing about here at this lake, I'll show you this here. We have a little shelter behind us, but I know you guys have been wanting to see more of our campsite stuff, so here we are. And to get into here, you have to cross this, it's not a bridge, but it's like 2 peninsulas that almost touch that separate the lakes, and then you kind of go through just a little bit of a low spot in the water and get over here. But we've got the tent all set up. It's pretty infrequent that I actually set up for 2 nights in a row, so it was nice to get up this morning and not have to pack up anything. Just made some espresso with our Nespresso machine. We've got everything powered off our EcoFlow Delta 2 Max, which has still got lots of juice in it, I think 72% still. And then I run that up to my tent at night if I need a heater or my heated sleeping pad under my sleep system. But here's the shelter I was telling you guys about. Give a little walk around. So it really starts raining. I suppose we can hide in here and finish smoking our meat in here and bring our chairs inside. But Clint's super modified Tacoma and tons and 40s back here. Got Ed and Sarah with Lehman. Check out their channel. I'll put a link in the description as well. And Trail Destroyer with Starlink on top of it, so we can stay connected. And you know, we post a little on social media when we're out here. But I'll show you the setup in the tent. I get a lot of questions about what am I sleeping, what am I using for a sleeping bag and sleep system. I've got a Thermarest Mondo King hybrid memory foam inflatable mattress underneath here, and then we've got this Zen Bivy sleep system, which the sheet attaches to the memory foam mattress. It has a down hood that goes over your pillow, so if it's really cold, you pull it over your head. And then you've got this quilt that clips onto the side of the sheet right here. So you can roll it around, you have a lot of space in it. And then if it's cold, you can clip the foot box together with these clips and have a tighter space for your feet, or you can leave it kind of open and just tuck your feet in there. So far with this, every cold night we've had have been hot. So it's all down, it's super light, compacts up super nice. And that's kind of the sleep system that I've been using. I just bring a little portable heater that we run off the EcoFlow. My little Goal Zero lantern, which has been great. So I thought before, since we actually have some time, I'll show you my camp setup when we're out on the trail. Got the roof nest condor overland. I don't ever set up the flaps, the overhangs over the windows. I just leave them. It takes too much time to set up. And then the back, we've got on this side the EcoFlow Glacier, which is a 40 liter fridge. We've got the ice maker, which I haven't used on the trail yet, but it's got a battery built into it. So this has been running since yesterday at 46%. And then if I need to charge it, I just take my app out for the EcoFlow. EcoFlow has an app for all their devices. I just pull out the app, and so I can turn on the 12 volt here, just with a little flick. Come on, there we go. And now that's charging the fridge off its 12 volt port. I need to top the fridge up, or if I need to make coffee or run my space heater, even from in my tent, so I can turn the inverter on and off here. So we've got 110 power, regular household electricity. That way I can, because the inverter has a passive draw on the battery system, so from in my tent or without ever opening my door, I can turn the inverter on and off as needed. And we've got a bunch of USB and all that stuff charging our devices, including our thermocell, which has been working great for mosquitoes, batteries for the phone, and all that kind of stuff. And then since this has multiple inputs for charging, I keep a little 110 plug here off to the side, so if I've got an extension cord I can plug in the EcoFlow, charge it up, and leave it turned on charging the Glacier. Seems to be working pretty good for portable power setup. But lifesaver jerry can for water if we need. We can refill it from a stream or river because it's got a filter in it. And then we're trying out the Demos mini shovel out here. I actually had to use that to fill a fire on the first night, and I used it in a couple videos ago to dig out of the snow. So it's come in handy. And then we've got some no-name traction boards leveling us out a bit at camp. So there you go, a little tour before we have some dinner in a little bit. We're gonna have some pulled pork shoulder tacos, I think is John's plan. Definitely. Yes. Some of the, well, I'll show you the other half of the Whipsaw Trail. If you want to see the first half, go watch the other video. Alright guys, it is pack up time. We're getting the rigs ready. Everybody's here this morning, getting going. It's 6:45. The goal was to get out of here by 7, so we have lots of time to run the second half of the Whipsaw Trail. And then John and I can get home and get to a ferry that we have reserved for tonight at 7 o'clock. We've got lots of trail to run today, guys, so we gotta finish getting packed up. Got a couple things to do here. Like put the tent down and finish my coffee. Plan was to roll out at 7, so I got 15 minutes to finish up. Pretty good, pretty much. Leave my traction boards under that. It's kind of an annoying thing. I gotta start it up, move it, and then put them away. Anyways, we'll finish getting packed up. Roll out of here. I'll show you, if you didn't watch the last video from the Whipsaw Trail, the first half was pretty awesome, and the second half was pretty awesome too. So stay tuned for that. I'll show you along the way as we exit. Alright, 6:55. Woken up everything with the Demonator starting up. What's up?
My radio's dead for a bit.
Oh, okay.
So my Jackery is dead. Needs to charge before I can charge my radio. You want to lend me one of yours for a bit?
Mine's dead because I never charged it from last time.
Just honk if you want to stop.
Radio life problem. Right when we come out of here, one of the hills last time, John had to winch up, so we'll see how that goes this morning. Like 7 a.m. Coming out of Wells Lake, we kind of have to go up and down a few hills, get a bit of elevation. We're still here in the alpine, and it's it's a bouncy, rocky trail with a couple tight turns, mostly around dead wood, fallen trees. As we make our way to the first sort of major hill climb, I guess we could call it. I don't think we're gonna run into anybody at 7:15 in the morning, but it's just give you guys a bit of an idea what the trail's like. Demonator ride's pretty soft. So it's bumpy but not jarring, which is nice. Big water crossing coming up here. We had a bunch of rain yesterday, so got some extra water on the trails. I have to be careful because our intake is on our driver's side with the supercharged Hemi Demon engine. And it's a cold air intake and we don't want to suck any water in going through any of this water. This isn't too deep, but you know, it can splash up into the engine bay through the fenders. So I just take it slow. Don't need to get any big splashes. I don't think we'll get a snorkel on the engine because it has too much airflow requirements, but I'm trying to build a bit of a box around the cold air intake to protect it a little bit. Put this log on this side. Try not to lean into the trees on my passenger side. Behind the trail destroyer because it's spit rocks. Same with following the Demonator. Don't follow too close because get on the throttle a bit and it'll lob a rock out pretty quick from the back tires, kicking them loose and spinning. You guys can get a feeling for how steep this is, but I mean, look at the trees right now. See an idea how steep this part is? I think this is called the Rocky Road according to the sign we just went over. And I am in 4 high still, so hopefully that isn't a problem for me. Certainly isn't a power problem. That is steep, holy moly, guys. That's a pretty good hill climb out of the valley. Going in 4 low. Get out and have a quick look at this. Here we are, eh? The first rocky obstacle of the day. Hill coming up here is pretty steep.
Yeah, it's a,
holy moly.
It's a fun climb.
I was trying to show everybody how steep it was, but
it's hard to show on the camera.
Yeah, I had the camera like this so it was parallel with the trees, and I'm like, here, show you guys what do we got to deal with here. There's a bypass around the outside. Actually, there's a full bypass through the mud.
I think it should be no problem for the trucks on 40s.
Yeah, I think we'll just kind of
more like clearance, right?
And clearance. We'll just walk right through there. But there is a, if you guys don't want to do the fun stuff, you can see there's a smooth little bypass around to the side here with just some rocks. You got to go through a bit of mud to get to it. That wouldn't be very fun, would it? So we got a couple big step ups here. I think if you keep up that side, get your tire on this thing, and just kind of roll right up.
Yeah, that's my plan. Go kind of far left.
Yeah, should be pretty straightforward.
Might be able to go just like straight up with the amount of clearance we got.
Just right. Yeah, I don't think you need to come up here. I think you can kind of cut through here and then turn onto this ledge and up you go. You gonna take another stab at it this year, John?
I got up it last time.
Yeah. Didn't you? You had to winch, didn't you?
No.
Who had to winch?
I don't know.
Someone winched.
It took me like 4 tries, but I got
Oh.
it. Yeah, it's a little tricky. Yeah.
I thought you had to winch up here. Stand corrected. John didn't have to winch up here. I thought it was somebody else. on your belly. Yeah, that ledge is bigger than probably looks on camera. I mean, the destroyer is on its belly. Just got to give it a little gas to get up there. I guess that extra little bit of lift from the springs brought my belly up just a bit more than you had, eh? So
for sure.
Time for a visit to see the Ginger.
Springs swapped out.
Yeah,
I'll have a little more clearance.
That'll be awesome.
But I'm still pretty happy with how easily I was able to get up it.
Like, look at this thing, man. Like,
it's usually a struggle.
It's pretty dug out, so John's gonna have to pick his line real careful because he can't walk up this ledge like we did.
Yeah.
I think John's got to get high on this rock. Does he know? Okay.
Yeah, keep.
I'll let you spot.
Great. Pretty much there, yep. You might have to bump it.
He's got up on his
Back up
tire
it all on the back.
on that wheel on the driver's side. He's got to come a little.
You gotta come a little passenger. Okay. Try going.
Stop. Forward.
Yeah, try coming up now this way. Oh, there you go.
There.
Yep, you got her.
If only John had a front locker.
Yeah.
Can you inch back like 2 or 3 inches and get a bit of a go? Roll your passenger window down. There we go. Can you back up just a smidge? Little smidge. A little bit. Stop. Okay, now just brake and gas and go. No, won't get it. That bumper's getting higher on your list for the back, John. You should be good now and move some rocks out of the way.
Yeah, try back up slow. Keep going.
You're clear on the back now. The rocks are moved, so you can go straight back.
Good.
Try to bump it again or what?
You're gonna need some speed to get over it if you can get going from here. Gas brake it though. Go, no, stop! No!
No.
I stopped because I didn't want to hit you.
We're gonna get out of the way.
Yeah. I think that momentum loss killed you. Now you're hung up.
Try straightening out your wheels and going straight back a little bit. And then try, see if you can bump it up.
Just metal.
Keep going.
Yeah, so skid plates doing their job.
A little bit.
I'd go back as far as you can without slipping. Hang on. Keep going. Okay.
All right.
Give her the beans. Hey, good job.
Nice one, John.
Did it.
The old 4Runner goes everywhere.
Yeah. Just gotta pick the right line.
I think if John had a front locker, that thing would be unstoppable. These 40s are cheating, man. Yeah, just roll back 6 inches and give it a bump. Yeah, right there. Yeah, give her. You got your rear locker in?
Front locker.
Just stop there. Yeah, that's a good bump spot. Everybody's through.
Sometimes it's hard on Gladiators with a little bit less clearance.
Yeah, there's so much breakover angle. Good job. The school buses are through.
That's what it feels like. Especially with no hydro, the lock is so hard. It just goes wherever it wants to go.
I know.
Really.
So on Clint and I's lists are hydro assist for our trucks. Side piece because there's huge logs in the trail. So I guess they've cleared it since then. Ascended out of the valley with the lakes. A crazy long hill climb coming out of there. A couple of rock obstacles and some super steep sections. Watch says we're at 1,750 meters. So that's pretty good. Times that by 3 if you want to know how many feet that is. I'd give you a rough estimate. Look at this place. Beautiful. It's a good place to stop and have lunch depending on what time you come through. Also a good place for drone shots and taking thumbnails. You gonna go try one of those hills? Let's do it. It's a bit of a playground here. Get right up on that top rock. Like a horseshoe, you can go up and around, and some people try to climb the face, and you can park right up top of the ledge there. Shaun's gonna go up and do a loop, I think. Oh, that's steep looking. Woo! I should come up and around and down the other side. It's hard to give perspective of where John is right now, but it's super steep. He's not obviously coming straight down the front. Guess you could come down it. Once you start going, just go. Quite the little climb up the right side there, right?
Yeah, it's fun.
It gets pretty steep and
yeah, I don't think I went up the right side last time. I went up the left side.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
That's when I went to cram my front end on the water.
It happens.
A little calmer this time.
Happens.
I was gonna suggest we have some lunch, but the bugs here are pretty awful.
It's also 8:30, so it'd be breakfast.
Well, I haven't eaten anything.
It'd be breakfast.
Yeah.
Beautiful view off the edge here. Look at this. Really pretty up here in the alpine. So we're gonna keep on trucking, no pun intended. But you can camp here and everything. There's some camp spots. Tons of places to camp if you don't want to be right on the lake at the top spots, but lots of little stops along the way that you can camp at if you have a smaller group. But we usually like to be near water when we're camping. So after you do the major hill climbs coming out from the lake that we're camped at, there's a few obstacles, beautiful meadows, and then you kind of spend the rest of the time weaving through a lot of these beautiful forest trails. Just an awesome drive. And we're gonna make our way to Loadstone Lake. A new road crossing, use extreme caution. Oh yeah, there's some forestry roads that weave through here. So we're probably gonna chop across this one and then back into the trail. So we wanna make sure we don't get plowed over by a logging truck as we do. Coming up to it here. I don't know if you could use this as an egress point. I'm not sure where this logging road goes. But it's definitely a freeway compared to the rest of the trail. Right back on the trail as we cross over to the other side here. Up here up on this bank. It's called High Five. You slide off that bank, you're going to be on the side of your Jeep for sure. Here's Loadstone Lake. Nice little descent into the lake if you come up this side. Let's see what we got here. What'd you do?
There is that off-camber muddy hill climb that I really want to take the hard line on.
Yeah, that'll
But
do it.
But I ended up being on my side into the hill, which
You got twisted and
caught the tail end.
oh,
That's why I don't go that way anymore.
yeah, because you
I
get
used to
up
go that way all
and
the time, but
It was worth it.
it's too dug out and
worth
tippy
it.
now.
Yeah, I didn't expect to go that.
It was
friggin'
worth it?
Hard
No.
yeah.
Well, that's the only damage of the trip, I think. So
That's
not
pretty
too
good,
bad.
really. It's a taillight and
Pretty
like
minor.
the tiniest little dent.
Yeah.
So this is Loadstone Lake, where you can also camp at. Probably swim at as well. Get right out here on the water. It's a pretty nice, calm lake. A little bigger than the other lake, but there's no water bridge separating it. So this is sort of like you can stage here and go the opposite direction that we took the Whipsaw Trail, or you can stage at the horse stables and go the way we went. So we're getting pretty close to the end. There's not much left on the trail after this. You guys have seen all the good stuff. But it's a fun one to run. Is your tire low or something?
No, my
Oh,
I
your
crunched
mud?
my valve stem.
Oh, look at that.
It popped the cap off. And
Whoops. Oh, the Toyota's taking damage.
I love it.
We're gonna roll out. These skeeters are pretty bad. Do me a huge favor. Help me with my goal of getting to 100,000 subscribers. I'd appreciate it a ton if you could just hit that subscribe button, take a quick second. Helps me out a ton. And go subscribe to my friends, Shaun from The Story Till Now, Clint and Sam from Dirt Garage, and Ed and Sarah from Lehman. And go follow Chef John over on Instagram, johno.250. We will see you guys somewhere else in the next video.